The coronavirus is affecting every single one of us. And many are questioning right now the future of the economy, and with that comes questions as to what's going to happen to the real estate market. Hi, I'm Caitlin Davis with Weichert Realtors, the Andrews Group. With so many businesses closing for the next few weeks at least, and the stock market taking a hit, some are left wondering if we will see a housing crash like in 2008. Lawrence Young, the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, came out and said, the monetary policy change is the same one applied a decade ago during the Great Recession. The lowest rates combined with quantitative easing. This is an all-out measure to prevent a recession and fight the fear that is blanketing the country. It is the right policy since the policy can be easily reversed should a vaccine be discovered or a virus goes away. Now, during the last recession, real estate was on wobbly ground with loose lending and too much supply. Today, there's no subprime lending and too little inventory. The real estate market will hold on much better. When it comes to the stock market, I know that the recent stock market correction from the coronavirus has caused a lot of concern. But let's look to history to help give us an idea of where we're headed. In fact, in the last 20 years, we've actually lived through 5 virus emergencies: SARS, avian flus, MERS, Ebola, and Zika. Each time the stock market reacted, and similar to how we're seeing right now. And each time the initial reactions to the virus emergencies, the stock market returned. Now, that's not to say there weren't hardships or tragedies during those times, but the stock market always returned. So remember that the stock market correction does not equal a housing crisis. But I get that it's totally normal to feel weary given what happened in 2008. Allie Wolf, the director of economic research at the real estate consulting firm Myers Research, says that people having PTSD from the last time, they're still afraid of buying at the wrong time. But it's important to note what's happening today is not like what happened back during the Great Recession, and here's why. The economic slowdown that happened in 07, 08, and 09 was caused by a collapsing real estate market and a meltdown in the mortgage market. This time, the stock market correction is being caused by an outside event, the coronavirus. David Rosenberg, chief economist with Gluskin Sheff and Associates, recently put it into perspective, actually comparing what's happening now to what happened following 9/11. He said what 9/11 has in common with what is happening today is that this shock has also generated fear, angst, and anxiety among the general public. People avoided crowds then as they believed another terrorist attack was coming and are acting the same way today to avoid getting sick. The same parts of the economy are under pressure: airlines, leisure, hospitality, restaurants, entertainment, consumer discretionary services in general. Since the current situation resembles the stock market correction in the early 2000s, let's review what happened to home values during that time. The S&P dropped 45% between September 2000 and October 2002. Home prices, on the other hand, appreciated nicely at the same time as evidenced on this graph. The stock market correction proved not to have any negative impact on home values. The bottom line is, if the current situation is more like the markets in the early 2000s versus the markets during the Great Recession, home values should be impacted minimally, if at all. So as you're trying to decide your next real estate move, remember that a stock market correction does not equal a housing crash, just like a recession does not mean a housing crash. And I will continue to remind you that in 3 of the last 5 recessions, home prices actually went up. And now the Nashville housing market is still moving forward. New homes continue to hit the market, and there are several strategies to keep you safe and healthy, whether you're looking to buy and or sell during this time. If you have any questions about new safeguard procedures, please feel free to reach out to me and I'd be happy to discuss. And remember, this situation with the coronavirus is ever evolving. I'm keeping a close watch on what's happening, and I will continue to bring you updates for the real estate market as needed. I'm Caitlin Davis, Heart, Brains, and Courage, guiding you home.